So let's do it. It is time for What's Your Deal? What's your deal? Let's start with the quarterbacks, okay? Here it is. FanDuel Sportsbook dug up some fun things. Who will throw for the most passing yards this season, okay? Let's look at the odds. Tua at plus 1,300, fifth on the list, which seems a little strange considering he led the league in passing yards last year. Him and Jared Goff are so slept on. It's so stupid. This offseason, all he did was lose a little weight and add Odell Beckham Jr. Like, I guess he didn't do very much to add to that already stacked receiving corps. It's waddling all over the place. What do you think?
I like that one because, as you said, he just did it last year, and and that was with Waddle and Tyreek banged up for a good chunk of the season. So if he gets those guys fully healthy for a year with OBJ, I think he's got a good shot to do it again.
Can I see that again? Can I see those odds again? So plus 1,300 for him, plus 12 for Jared.
Yeah. And Jared
Joe?
finished second to him. Yeah.
Joe?
I mean, with Jamar and T, he's got to be in the mix.
We highlighted the wrong guy. I love Tua. Dolphins fans, love you. Listen, these are pretty good values here, these last three.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with any of those.
Do people just not think Tua did that? We should do a man on the street. Wheelo and I should go do that.
Yeah.
See who led the NFL in passing last season and see how many people don't say Tua.
That's a great call.
Maybe we should, Wheelo, text me if you're down for that over these next 3 weeks. Wanna not have fun and go do that with me instead? Great. Okay, we're digging up some other, so that's a great one. I'd say the Tua, the Burrow, did they change the color on that? Mid-thing? Did you guys, wow.
Oh.
Fonse. Okay, what's your deal? What's your deal? If you're looking to take a flyer on an MVP, and why wouldn't you be on June 10th?
12th.
June 12th. Oh, boy.
A few days.
What's your deal MVP style? Screw the quarterbacks. How about this guy? Year of Christian McCaffrey. I think he's getting married this weekend. He's the Madden cover boy. He's amazing. His odds are plus 5,000. Christian finished third last year in MVP voting, ahead of Brock Purdy. A non-quarterback, I know, they haven't won since MVP, the MVP since Adrian Peterson did it in 2012. Could this be the year, Hammy?
It could. He was so close last year. Lamar kind of caught fire at the end of the year and ran away with it. But CMC was right there. It was a legitimate debate going into the final month of the season. So, and as you said, everything's coming up McCaffrey right now. Chet Hanks kind of saw this coming.
Do we have the other MVP odds? Do we have a list of those? No. Oh, okay. Why not? Who's? It's Lamar or Patrick?
Patrick
I'd like to know who else is in the mix.
Patrick is the favorite right now.
Patrick's the favorite.
Yeah. Which, coming off of 2 Super Bowls, it's hard because, the narrative matters so much, too. And that's why he won it 2 years ago. Losing Tyreek and having the season he had, that was the narrative. Like, he showed he could do it with that Tyreek.
Why plus 5,000 odds? It's just disrespectful, though. It's a little disrespectful.
That's a major long shot, yeah. And I think it's because of the running back thing, but...
Year of the McCaffrey. I talked about him last night. I was like, I think it's his year. And he's had his, not that he's not had his year, but imagine what a better year could even look like with him. I think it happens. Okay, let's do another quarterback prop bet. Why don't you set this one up for me?
All right, so right now, Jordan Love sits at plus 1,500 to finish the regular season as the league leader in passing touchdowns. He had 31 last year, which was second to only Dak Prescott. And, he kind of got off to a little bit of a slow start in that first full season as a starter. As he threw those 18 touchdowns over the second half of the year. So with another year under his belt, building chemistry with those young receivers, I kind of like Love at plus 1,500.
I mean, the Packers are going to the Super Bowl. Like in my.
So Packers Texans.
In my opinion, somebody was trying to clown on me and say, what receivers? They don't have lots of receivers. Like, no, the whole point is that they do.
Yeah.
And now they have a healthy Christian Watson. And now they have more chemistry. Like, don't you guys understand how cool it was that they did it without much chemistry? First time together, these like young cats come together and ride out. And now they're hanging out, which is what did I ask for? Season ended and I said, I better see Jordan Love kicking it. I want to see fishing trips. I want to see FIFA tournaments. I want to see whatever. And they're doing that.
Yeah. And
trips to the Oval Office, salute, like whatever needs to happen.
Yeah, and LaFleur's talked about it, how much of a difference it makes when your quarterback's there at the off-season workouts and working with these guys and the chemistry they're able to build. And as you said, they were the youngest group of skill players in the entire NFL last year and did what they did. It's only going to go up from here. So
he's the passing leader in passing touchdowns, and he sits at plus 1,500. Great value. For Jordan Love. Like, you're welcome, everyone. Okay, let's go to the Falcons, because the Falcons head coach, Raheem Morris, was asked about his plan for Bijan Robinson yesterday. Take a listen to this.
In the simplest form as you can possibly make it is get the ball to Bijan as much as you can in as many ideal situations that you possibly can. For him, he's so talented, you don't want to limit the things that he can do, but you also don't want to water it down so much that he's not doing anything that he can do great, right? When you get the ball in his hand, he makes people miss. He gets extra yards. He's able to fight for extra yards. He breaks tackles. He's fast. He's explosive. He's strong. He can do so many things. You can get overwhelmed sometime, maybe as a play caller or even as a designer. But for him, I really think he enjoys the whole process. I think he compared himself to that Christian McCaffrey role. And if we can get anywhere near the great player that Christian McCaffrey is, I think we'll all be pretty excited.
Well, I think Christian McCaffrey's going to win the MVP at plus 5,000 odds. So if he's saying Christian McCaffrey and get him the ball, I'd say it's pretty great value for Offensive Player of the Year. Take a look. He's sitting right now at plus 2,500. I mean, his coach is saying, get the ball to Bijan as much as you can. I'm loving that. And this is a great value. And I'm not understanding. I need to talk to these dudes who are setting this stuff with their abacuses and stuff. Like what? I understand your TI-89 calculator, but this is too good of a value.
Yeah, and especially now, Zach Robinson coming in as the new offensive coordinator from that McVay tree. And as you like to talk about all the time, like we saw with Kyron Williams, when those offenses are humming, it's all run game, built around the run game first and establishing their run. So they get Bijan going and really feed him the ball this year.
Are they top 5 most intriguing team to you?
I think so, absolutely.
Like top 3 even? Like give me your most intriguing team this year is, I would say, Lamar and the Ravens. Love the Ravens. Ravens, I just want you to know that I love you.
They're up there. I think it's the Ravens are up there. The Jets with Rodgers and the unknowns there and
super intriguing. That's got to be
team.
Probably more than the. Okay,
yeah.
got it.
But I think the Falcons are right there too because you have the Cousins factor. You have Raheem Morris getting his second act as a coach, and I think
also
a lot of it.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
Those would be the 5.
Yeah.
Also, Justin Herbert and Jim. You love Jim more than I do. It's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are some great odds at plus 2,500. Let's do one more here. FanDuel's got really nitty-gritty. Like if you're what I would define as the sick pup category of FanDuel Sportsbook stuff, there's really specific props. And we love this one for Saquon Barkley. Plus 1,700 for Saquon to score 4 more touchdowns against the Giants next season. I didn't know this existed. And that's in 2 games, of course.
Yeah, over the course of those 2 division games, division matchups, 4 touchdowns.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't need it. Yeah, they have all these fun specials there when you go through it.
So it's a special. So it's 4 touchdowns against. I mean, you got to think Sirianni is going to be like, "Here you go, babe. Go, goal line, get it done."
Of any head coach,
he'll have 3 in one game.
Yeah, he's gonna feed him. He's gonna feed him down there. He's gonna
2 through the air, 1 on the ground in one game, and 1. That's what does it get that specific? I'm sure it does. Game to game.
Yeah, game to game you can do that. Yeah, for this special it's just 4 total touchdowns. But yeah.
Do you think, as my fellow Giants brethren, do you think the Giants have even accepted that Saquon's not there yet? You do?
Yeah. And
I don't. I think it's not going to be till week 1 where it's like, that he's not there.
Yeah. I think it's a motivating factor for them, given how it all played out. And I'm excited to see, too. I know, it's not the name that's going to be as exciting as a Saquon, but Devin Singletary had a great year last year. He's there now, and he's going to be filling that role. It's going to be an interesting year for the Giants, too.
What's your deal? Values? Take a look, guys. This is what we came up with. We should do this more often. I like this. It's because it makes it easy. It's kind of, you got to really go in and play with the app and sort of figure out what's where. The specials tab is a secret place. You got to go find it and check it out. I love that Saquon plus 1,700. 4 touchdowns against it. It's just a fun one.
Yeah.
And we don't even know what weeks they play, but I don't care. That'll be super fun. Bijan, Offensive Player of the Year at plus 2,500 yards. A disrespectful plus 5,000 for Christian McCaffrey's MVP. I'm taking that all day. Tua plus 1,300 for most passing yards, which he did last year. And no, he has Odell. Weird. And then Bijan plus 20. What did I miss? Jordan Love, most passing touchdowns at plus 1,500. There's your what's your deal values as far as FanDuel Sportsbook is concerned. We are going to be back, guys. We are going to talk a little NBA. We're going to talk a little Game 3. And I can't wait to talk to EJ Speed on the show